Ohio and most of the eastern U.S. The snow falling at this hour and will continue until this evening. This video here, this time lapse, has been rolling for the last 8 hours right outside the ABC6 studio on the west side of Columbus. Look at all of that snow. Good afternoon. I'm Mike McCarthy. Thank you for joining us here for this special report right here on ABC6, along with the ABC6 YouTube and Facebook pages as well. This storm right now virtually crippling central Ohio. Some places are seeing an inch of snow per hour. The roads are a mess, and Franklin County is now under a level 3 snow emergency, meaning only emergency vehicles are allowed to legally be out on the roads right now. Anyone else could wind up getting a ticket if you venture out. Your best bet this afternoon, stay home, stay safe, and let those road crews do their work. Let's take a look right here at the snow emergencies as they are right now across our viewing area. Counties are split between level 2 and level 3. You can see the counties in red, all level 3. Again, that does now include Franklin County, along with Licking and Pickaway counties as well. Again, police can write you a ticket for being out on the road during a level 3. All the other counties you see are level 2. That means do not drive unless you absolutely have to. The roads are treacherous. And here is why those snow emergencies are in place. Take a look here at this COTA bus. It's spun out there. This is in the area of Chatterton Road at No Bixby Road on the southeast side of Columbus. We've also had reports of other COTA buses getting stuck around town, and I've seen cars stuck even out on the highways as I made the drive in here to Franklin County earlier this morning. We are also getting some of our first school closings now, because Coshocton City Schools closed tomorrow and Tuesday because of this weather. Meteorologist Sarah Converse is here, and we are not done with this snow. It's going to be sticking around well into the evening, it sounds like.
Yeah, not only is it still snowing, but once the snow's over, it's going to look like this for quite some time, and we're looking at some very cold temperatures on the way too. And that's another reason why it's like a double whammy, especially on Tuesdays. Not only are we still digging out from the snow, especially in those rural communities, but also the fact we actually now have an extreme cold warning in place.
Oh, let's just add them up now,
because just a little bit
one
of
layer after another.
I mean, yeah. So let's first talk about what's right now outside on our satellite and radar. We do have this swath of snow showers still working its way up the Ohio River Valley, though we've had some reports of freezing rain that's been lasting for a couple hours down in southern Ohio, down near Waverly, Portsmouth, and even into parts of Morgan and Pike and Ross County. You can see in that pink, starting to see some of that freezing rain, but some of it may not be able to show really well on radar, even though it shows really dark shades of colors. I'm going to show you what some of the products that we use to kind of see where some of that sleet and ice is showing. So here in Chillicothe, Waverly, and over near Vinton and Athens, we do have the precipitation falling at a decent clip. Over up in Columbus, and then snow is falling still at a light to moderate pace. So you can see here on some of our road cameras, lots of snow here at 33 at Gender Road. But take a look over at our Athens County camera. You can see some of that freezing rain coming up on that camera. So that is where we have that concern that there will be ice forming on those roadways, on top of the fact that we're going to have some snow. Now, in southern Ohio, the longer you're going to be dealing with that freezing rain and sleet, the lower your snowfall totals are going to be compared to everyone else, because we've experienced about 8 to even upwards of 11 inches of snowfall for around central Ohio. So the snow, again, not over just yet. It'll still be snowing as we get into the afternoon, but by the time we get to around 6 to 7 p.m., the snow will start to taper down, but then the temperatures will plummet. We'll get to around 18 degrees at 7 p.m. before eventually bottoming out in the single digits. 7 is going to be your overnight low for Columbus. So that salt's going to be less effective, not only for tonight, but for the next couple days. I'll let you know how cold we're expected to get going forward into the work week and talk about those wind chill values too. It's going to be brutal. Mike?
Sarah, no question at all about that. Thank you very much. We have this new video for you as well. Clearly it's been sped up. Kurt Ludlow certainly not driving that fast down Riverside Drive, but this is a time lapse of his drive in the upper Arlington area. He just sent it to us about an hour ago. The roads there covered with snow, edge to edge. He said it was very hard to drive. In fact, he described it as just terrible out there. He said there was so much snow there on the ground as he was driving around, he could hear it hitting the bottom of his car. We have crews right now spread out all over Central Ohio, tracking those conditions and the growing impact of this storm. Let's bring in Tom Bosco now. He is live on the north side of Columbus. Tom, you just got an update from Mayor Andrew Ginther. What's the latest from the city?
Yeah, the mayor has been out and about in this storm as well. He was out in one of the city plow trucks, a plow truck like this one over here. Said he was in the Polaris area as folks, the plow driver was working to clear streets there. As well, there are also private contractors who are working here as extra help. The mayor signing an order, rather, I should say, ordering an extra $100,000 so that private contractors could be hired to help out with some of the clearing of snow. Despite all that, the mayor says and confirms what all of us have been saying and experiencing all morning. The roadways in the city are just awful, and it's not for a lack of effort, it's just for a lack of failure to being able to keep up with the high volume of snow coming out of the sky. The mayor says, he said this on Saturday at a press conference, that it may not be until Tuesday before they get to some streets. Today he just told me it may be even longer than that.
It could be longer. I mean, we have over 100 trucks out right now. 90% of our priority 1 areas have already been hit, and about over 40% of our priority 2. But if you were out on the roads right now, you wouldn't even know it. We have more snow coming down faster than ever before. We could see the greatest amount of snowfall in the shortest period of time in our city's history.
And I will tell you from my experience, you will not even know that plows have been out. I came here, we're in the North Columbus area, just north of 270 in the Crosswoods area. I came here from the Delaware area, came across 36, 37. Difficult to find a lane, difficult to tell where the road even is. 23 south of Delaware was pretty much the same way. You're pretty much blazing your own path on those highways and those roadways, and obviously now in Franklin County, a level 3 snow emergency has been declared, so you really are not to be on those roads at this point right now. Mike, back to you.
Tom, thank you very much. Something else to keep in mind as crews are out there trying to clear these roads, the plows are doing what they can, but as Sarah mentioned, it is just so cold out there, and that rock salt that they typically drop onto the road to try to melt what is falling as they plow, it's so cold that that salt is just not effective at these temperatures. Just one more barrier for those road crews as they are out there trying to do their job. The snow right now is leading to some major closures as well, including a decision late this morning from Giant Eagle to close its locations early. They are set to shut down in just a few hours from right now. Nick Veland live right now in Grandview Heights with those details. Nick, you have some shoppers there behind you headed into the store, it looks like.
Yeah, Mike, there actually has been a steady flow of customers coming into this Giant Eagle here in Grandview. The store announcing that they will be closing today around 4 p.m. And again, as I mentioned, there have been some shoppers coming by, mainly getting just snack items. We caught up with one who had to walk 10 minutes to get here because he was just craving one thing.
Well, I had a hankering for some apples, so I walked over here and got that, and then while I was here I picked up a few other things.
And he did say that he was surprised the store was open, but now he has what he needs to hunker down for the rest of the day. Again, this store location and all other Giant Eagle locations will be closing today at 4 p.m. Live on your side, Nick Veland, ABC 6 News.
Hey, Nick, before you go real quick, if you can still hear me, I'm curious. He wanted apples. Is it a Pink Lady kind of apple? Was it a Granny Smith apple? What kind of apple got this guy out in the winter storm?
Granny Smith. He wanted that sour, bite as he was, in his warm apartment, but he lived in Victorian Village. He said he walked all the way over here just to get some apples, I guess. You know, I don't blame him.
You know, Granny Smith apples are pretty good. Thank you, Nick, very much. A quick reminder, with that level 3 snow emergency in place in Franklin County, walking to the store, that is okay. Watch your step. But again, you should not be out on the roads right now at all in Franklin County with that level 3 snow emergency in place. Only emergency vehicles are allowed to be out at this point. We're going to head over to the Hilliard area now. We only saw people out this morning who were essential workers braving the roads very early this morning. Amy Wattis speaking with them about how tough it was to get around.
Even when the snow is falling, Central Ohio's essential workers must report to work.
It's slow. I mean, they're passable, but they're getting worse, I think, by the minute.
We caught up with Greg Dell at the Speedway gas station on Hilliard-Rome Road in West Columbus. He had to fill up on his way to work from Madison County, where he lives. A plow driver for the city of Columbus.
I'm used to doing it, so that's something you got to train for.
Dell was one of several essential workers we talked to Sunday morning.
It's a light, fluffy snow, so it's not as bad as some of the icy ones.
Mike Roberts was brought in to plow nearby Walmart's parking lot. We caught up with him and his crew filling up at Speedway 2. He said his team will keep on plowing until the storm is over.
By the time you get done plowing with it, you'll plow another time, all the way till it looks like Monday morning.
And for others like Julie Gibson, who works in registration at Ohio State.
We are headed to OSU down on main campus.
What do you do down there?
I work in registration at the medical center, like the university hospital.
She says this snowstorm is the worst one she's seen in a long time and would have stayed home otherwise.
Are you worried about getting home later?
Well, we have plans that we can stay at the hospital, so just depends.
Worst I've seen it in a long time. It's probably since 2008.
The moral of this story, stay home and don't go out on the roads if you don't have to.
Just you all be safe, stay warm, have a shovel, have gloves and all that. We'll get it done, hopefully get the roads open for the citizens.
In Hilliard, Amy Wattis, ABC 6 News.
Amy making a snow angel there, it looks like. Definitely a good afternoon for that. Stay home, relax, make a snow angel with the kids, maybe enjoy a nice hot cup of cocoa or some tea, something like that to try to stay warm, as the snow right now is falling and is shaping up to be one of the heaviest snowfalls in the Columbus metro area in at least a decade. We're going to check in on the situation now in the German Village area.
Hi, I'm Terry Sullivan in the German Village area with my trusty friend here, my little polar dog, Frankie, who's loving the snow, believe it or not. And we're kind of in the historic crossroads of German Village, if you will. Right over here, you'll see Schmidt's Restaurant, iconic in these parts, followed by the Red Stable. And it's snowing pretty good for this time of the morning. It's around 8 o'clock. And just how much you snow, you can see on this card here, a good 6 inches at least. Frankie and I, my husband, we walked over through the snow. We were following some car tracks. And as you can see, hardly any cars have been through here right now. It's enough to almost cover my boots here. But it's just so beautiful down here. Look at a rare sight. People. Usually this area is full of people walking dogs. Right now, everybody seems to be hunkering down, enjoying the morning. So enjoy your day, stay safe, stay warm, and maybe we'll venture out later. Frankie, what do you think, bud? Maybe we'll venture out later? Huh? You love the snow? He was actually running through it a short time ago. On your side in German Village, Terry Sullivan, ABC 6 News.
Good to see Frankie there out enjoying the weather. The pups, certainly if they're bundled up, a fun day to get out and play with them as well. Just a quick note from what you saw there from Terry, how deep that snow is coming up over her boots. There are spots out on Columbus highways right now where that is what you'll be driving through if you have to venture out at all. But again, with that level 3 snow emergency in place, you should be staying home. But just to give you some perspective, what she was walking through, that's also the situation on so many roads right now. We're going to stay on the south side of the city in the Marion Village area. Lisa Rontula showing the conditions there.
And I am joining you from a back alley in South Columbus. It's close to 10 a.m. on Sunday, and the snow here, it just keeps coming down. Now here is a look of the back alley from this end to that end, a good block. Very little traffic, but we do have fresh snow. So I have my tape measure out here. Let's just check out how much snow we have. And I'm measuring close to about 7 inches right now. And this, I came out here. Here are my boot marks coming out to this back alley. Pretty deep. There is some deep snow out here. And coming to the back, I do have my assistant Callie back here waiting on me, because she, in fact, loves this stuff. She loves the snow, and here's why. Here's her Christmas present that she now gets to play with. And she just loves playing in the snow out here. Look at her. She's about an 80-pound dog, and she hops out here like a bunny. She loves this stuff, and even though she is going to make tracks out here for the next couple of minutes, it is going to be snow covered. It'll be fresh. You won't even be able to tell we were out here probably in just a couple of hours.
All right, someone else who loves playing in the snow is our very own Cameron Fontana. He is out on the east side in the Pickerington area showing us what the snow is like in that part of town.
Hey everybody, here's what it's like at home over here in Pickerington. You can see how deep the snow is as I'm walking through it. Now here in our cul-de-sac, about 2.5 hours ago, a plow came through and you can't even tell that it was here because the snow is continuing to drop. So everyone's staying hunkered down inside. One thing which you guys probably saw is that we are working on our igloo right down the hill over here. The snow is accumulating on top. Now, as the meteorologists have said, the snow is very dry, great for snow angels, but not good for snowmen and snowballs. Hence, why it isn't sticking super well. But we got an idea. We're gonna put some water on it. We're gonna make sure it's really cool. And then when it's done, the kids are gonna go get to hang out inside. So everyone stay warm, have fun, and enjoy the snow.
Put some gloves on, Cam. My goodness. Our southern counties have been hit hard as well. Rocky Walker has been checking out what things are like in Chillicothe. Keep in mind, Ross County also went under a level 3 snow emergency earlier this morning. He's showing us the conditions there in that community. Hey, Rocky.
It's gonna get bad. Yeah.
Bad is what Katrina Ruff calls the conditions, with snow pelting Chillicothe Sunday. Lindetti is staying at a hotel, trying to stay as comfortable as she can in an uncomfortable situation.
I was kind of fearful because just not knowing if you can get out. And, you know, everybody was selling out of the stores and stuff because, I mean, the weather is so unpredictable. You know, they might say it might end at noon tomorrow, but it could go on for a little longer.
Plows try to clear roadways and parking lots, but with the constant snow, their efforts are futile. So many are waiting until the snow can pause.
Just as long as we have our ODOT and we have our people cleaning the streets, I think we'll be in good shape.
Despite level 3 snow emergencies here in Ross County, barring non-emergency vehicles from being on the roadway, people are still going in their cars and braving the cold here in the community. One of those people being Tom Heath, preparing to pick his son up from Columbus and visit his mom in the hospital.
I wouldn't be on the roads if I didn't have to. A lot of sliding. I see a lot of trucks. I don't see a whole lot of cars. I wouldn't have a car out on these roads.
He says he prepared to stay home this storm, but winter weather can't stop a family emergency.
Family's the most important thing.
On your side in Chillicothe, Rocky Walker, ABC 6 News.
Well, the storm is also having a catastrophic impact right now on air travel, not just here in Columbus, but all across the country. Let's take a look here at the arrival board live at John Glenn at this hour. Almost all the flights today are canceled. Nationwide, there are nearly 11,000 flights canceled and nearly 12,000 delayed. New York, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Dallas are the hardest hit hubs. Meteorologist Sarah Converse is here, and you just got some new information on what you're forecasting for the updated snow totals today when this is all kind of said and done. So what are we looking at?
Yeah, most areas right now have been ranging from 8 to 12 inches like we were forecasting.
Right on the money.
We do have a couple higher totals out there. A lot of them are over by Cincinnati, but we still have snow falling. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple few little 14s here and there.
Which is, again, something that you guys were calling for. You kind of hit this right on the mark, 8 to 12 with pockets heavier in spots.
The only thing that we were really concerned about was the southern portion of the state. They're still dealing with some freezing rain and also
whole different ballpark.
That was a whole different ballpark because depending on how far north that was and how much they experienced was going to totally cut their snowfall totals that they've had there. A lot of the snowfall totals I've seen so far in southern Ohio have been ranging about upwards of like 5 inches. So that's still quite a bit.
Yeah, it's still a mess.
It's enough that there's level 3 snow emergencies down there. And then when you add in the ice to it, that's just a recipe for disaster.
Very challenging.
Especially when we start getting accumulations up to 1/4 of an inch. You start talking about possible power outages. I don't suspect we'll get anything above 1/4 of an inch, but if you get up to 1/2 an inch of ice accumulation, then you're looking like at power outages possible. So here's some of our snowfall reports around Columbus, some of our highest totals so far. I'm really curious to see what we have at the station. About 2 hours ago, I was measuring 9 inches here. I wouldn't be surprised if that's now up to 10, maybe 10.5. So Gahanna got up to 11, London got up to 11, 9.8 in Delaware, Grove City got 8.5, Mount Vernon got up to 8 along with Hilliard. Again, those totals down there were reported right around the 8 to earlier 11 a.m. timeframes. Those might be a little bit higher at around noon. So again, if you have your snowfall rulers, snowfall reports, send those pictures of those rulers in. You can send those through Chime In, and we can send those to the National Weather Service. There's a few little gaps, especially like over in Licking County, that we need to start filling those in. So again, the snow's not over just yet. We still have the chance to pick up some more snow, where some areas will see a little over 1 foot of snow when all is said and done. And of course, the biggest threat for southern Ohio is that freezing rain. Starting to see it showing up a little bit more on radar. That pink is that freezing rain, but it's mixing in with some of that snow over in on radar for southern Ohio. So starting to pick up again here in Columbus. You can see those darker shades of blue. Also in London, up in Delaware, Hilliard, Washington Courthouse. But again, we're keeping an eye on this freezing rain, sleet potential. Already starting to see some of that pop up on those road cameras down there. And the way that we can kind of see that, even though radar is showing a lot of blue, which indicates mainly snow to most viewers, is we kind of look at our different radar products. So we have what's called the correlation coefficient, this CC. And what we can see here is you see that bright shade of pink in Washington Courthouse in Columbus up to our north. That's all snow. But when you see this yellow, that's showing that there's some of that ice in the air. So this is where we're seeing some of that in Pike and Ross County over near Oak Hill. And we've also had some reports of some freezing rain in Hocking County. So that's, again, adding another thorn in the side for a lot of the ODOT and for folks who are having to do snow removal. Now, taking a look at our tower camera, you can kind of see when we've had these heavier bursts of snow because the visibilities have dropped, and then when the snow lightens up, you can see a little bit more, and then once snow comes back in, you start to see the visibilities drop again. So those heavier pockets of snow leading to poor visibility for across the state, and also quick accumulation. It is that fluffy, dry snow. Whenever those winds start to pick up, they're right now ranging about 5 to 15 miles per hour. You're now dealing with the threat of blowing snow. So temperatures are in the teens with the caveat of Athens and Caldwell. You're currently at 26 degrees, and the wind chills are definitely making it feel even colder out. So again, we will continue to see snow spread through the area. This is 2 p.m., still hanging on to some steady snow, and then Again, some wintry mix and sleet and freezing rain, still a threat in southern Ohio. Some places could get up a 1/10 of an inch to 2/10 of an inch of ice. And then heading into tonight, 5 p.m., we'll start to see the tail end of the system. By the time we get to around 7 p.m., most of the snow will be in East Ohio. So for Cambridge, Caldwell, and Athens, you'll be dealing with some of this snow showers as we wrap up this winter storm. But there still is going to be blowing snow. There is also going to be contending with those cold temperatures. We get down into the single digits for tonight. We'll get to around 7 degrees. And then overnight lows going forward are going to be at or below 0. And when we factor in stronger winds, especially those kicking up on Tuesday, wind chill values could get as low as -25 to -20 degrees. And because of those dangerous temperatures, when we get -20 degrees for that wind chill, it could take about 30 minutes for unprotected skin to get frostbite. So that is the National Weather Service upgraded the extreme cold watch into now an extreme cold warning. This is valid from 6 p.m. Monday to about noon Tuesday. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, you can see that cold air is sticking around, so the snow's not melting. And we'll also add a little bit more snow too. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll keep an eye out for some more snow, but it's not going to be a whole lot, but just enough to add into what we've picked up for today.
One thing after another. Sarah, thank you very much. Hey, just to clarify the situation at John Glenn with those arriving flights I just mentioned a moment ago, almost all of those are canceled. I believe I did just misspeak a short time ago. So again, almost all those arriving flights are canceled. Be sure you're staying in touch with your airline's app, checking on any flight status should you have anything going on at the airport today. We are also watching you send in a lot of pictures and video from home. You are sending those to us via Chime In. We appreciate that. We have received hundreds of them so far. Let's check in with Steve Levine, who's watching those photos and videos come in. Steve, what are you seeing?
Mike, we are just having a great time watching all those photos come into Chime. Everybody enjoying the snow, staying at home. Now, this is just a fraction of some of the photos that we got chimed in just since this morning. A lot of them are furry friends. You saw Terry's Frankie and you saw Lisa's Hallie all having fun in the snow. Our furry friends appear to be having a really good time. Let me show you. Now, Nancy sending us this photo of her pup experiencing his first snow. David chiming in, this is his collie Hap running around in the backyard. But let me tell you, not all of our four-legged friends enjoying the white stuff. Check this out. This is little Luna. She is not having any of it. Definitely snow, not something she likes to hang around in. Now, we also have to remember some of our other pets and animals outside. You can see this is a squirrel. This squirrel covered in snow. A reminder for everyone to take care of your pets and all animals during this massive snowfall. Now, check out this. Kendall sending this. This is Whiskey. The snow is taller than Whiskey. But Kendall says he apparently is having a great time rolling around and having fun, just like you saw Terry and Lisa's dogs as well. And finally, we've got the Buckeye bird, the cardinal, a beautiful photo that was sent in, especially with all the white stuff surrounding it. Now, if you have any photos or videos showing us how you're tackling the snow, we would love to see them. Head to our ABC6 on Your Side website. Right there, you can pull it down and chime in to the link, submit those photos there, and who knows, they may end up here. Mike, we're waiting to see some of the photos your family's sending.
Oh, I don't know if they've gone outside just yet. My boys, if you're watching, and my wife, bundle up. You heard the order from Steve. We'd love to see you guys having some fun there in Union County. Hey, if you don't already have the app that we have for weather, our Ohio weather app, make sure you download it. You can tap on map and you'll see this, the latest radar image whenever you need it and wherever you are. It also shows the difference between snow, ice, and rain. It is super handy. I tracked the conditions last night using this very radar. The Ohio Weather app is free right now in your app store. We are also constantly updating the ABC6 News app as well with the latest details on those snow emergencies and how ODOT and cities and other agencies are responding to all of this snow. Remember to use the ABC6 app to chime in with those pictures and videos as well of you and your family out, or your pets, whoever, enjoying the winter snow. We certainly have time to enjoy it today. We are also going to have continuing coverage throughout the day right here on the ABC6 YouTube page. We will have live updates coming up at 2 this afternoon and 4 o'clock as well. That is, of course, ahead of the regularly scheduled ABC 6 News at 6. So the snow, it's going to be hanging around, and the cold.
Yeah, that's going to be our biggest issue going forward, is just battling those cold temperatures. I don't know if we can pull up the 7-day maybe one more time. We do have temperatures in the teens. Going forward, only the highest I have on the 7-day forecast, besides, of course, today, is 19, and then overnight lows well below 0, or even near 0 by the time we get to Friday and Saturday.
Bundle up. That is the message.
Layers.
Yeah. Stay home, stay safe. We'll see you back at 2 on YouTube.